Hello folks, welcome back. In this tutorial, we will talk about polymorphism and method overriding. Now, what is method overriding? So for example, you have an animal class, and in the animal class, you have a eat method. You have provided the definition of the eat method. Now, different animals have different style of eating and different foods to eat. Dog eats mostly dog food, cat eats cat food. So in the dog class also you have a eat method which talks about what dog eats. So this is called as method overriding, where you have a method in the eat method in animal class and you're trying to provide your own definition in the dog class. So when you have a method in the parent class and the same method with the same declaration with the same name in the child class, that is called as the method overriding. So let's take an example on this. So we have an animal class already created, and in this animal class we have a eat method and a sleep method. In the eat method we say all animals eat. Now let's talk about the dog class now. Dog extends from animal this time, so we'll change it to animal. And dog class also has a eat method, which is the same exact looking method which is being defined in the animal class. So here if you look at it, animal has an eat method which is public void eat. This is the declaration of the method and this is the body of the method. So here also I'm creating another public void eat, but dog eat method is specific to dog. So here I can specify the sysout all dog eat dog food. So this is a very specific definition for the eat method in the dog class, and similarly in the animal class it's a more generic one. So let's go ahead and create another class called cat, and we already have it I think. So in the cat class it extends from the animal class, and in this cat class also it is an eat method we are trying to define and providing the own definition of the eat method for the cat class. So here let's say we say public void eat. And here you can say all cats eat cat food. So this is called as method overriding because you have an animal class which has an eat method, as well as you have a cat class which also has an eat method. So this is with the same exact declaration because it's a void, it's eat and does not take any parameters. Now you cannot say this is a method overriding where this one takes one parameter and the other one does not take any parameter. So this is not called as a method overriding because this eat method is little different from the eat method here because this method takes no parameters, whereas this method takes one parameter. So this is not called as method overriding. When exactly you have a method with the same name and the same list of parameters, that's when it is called as method overriding. So now at the runtime, how we are going to go ahead and test it. So for example, we'll go back here and create a test class. So we can say overriding test class, and this will have a main method, and let's go ahead and finish. Now in this particular class, now here what's going to happen is if I create animal A is equals to new of dog and a dot of eat method, similarly animal B is equals to new of animal and I'll call B dot of eat, and similarly I'll create an object of the cat class C is equals to new of cat. First thing is it possible to do that? Can we have a reference variable of animal type which has a dog object referred in it? Yes, you can do that because dog is an animal, right? So you're trying to put something small in a bigger bucket. That is all out. You can't put a dog in an animal because dog is an animal, but all dogs are not animals. Sorry, all dog are animal, but all animals are not dog, right? Animal can be cat, can be horse, can be etc. So since we are trying to put is very specific into a more generic thing, that's allowed. Now here I've said, okay, cat class, and I'm trying to call the eat method. Now in this case, what happens is on the left side, the reference type is of animal and the object that you're passing is of a dog. So Depending upon what object are you passing, corresponding to that class, method will be called. So here the object that you're passing is from the dog class. So the eat method from the dog class will be called. Similarly, in this class, animal B is equals to new animal. Animal class object you are passing to the animal reference variable, which is fine, but in this class the eat method from the animal class will be called. And similarly here, in the case of animal C is equals to new cat class, so you're passing a cat class object into an animal reference variable, so the cat class eat method will be called. So depending upon what is on the right hand side, that particular method will be called. So what is method overriding? Method overriding is when you have a method defined in the parent class and you're trying to define the same method with the same name in the child class, that is called as method overriding. So which method will be called? Because the dog class or the cat class has an eat method from the animal as well as it has an eat method on its own. So which method he's going to call? So depending upon what kind of object you are passing, corresponding to that particular eat method will be called. So if you're passing a dog object, dog's eat method will be called. If you're passing a animal object, animal's eat method will be called. So you have to look at the right side. So this is called as polymorphism. Polymorphism means, see, animal class at one point of time is pointing to a dog object. At another point of time, it's pointing to a animal object. So for example, this is called as polymorphism. So here I can say new of animal. This is called polymorphism. So at one point of time, the reference variable A was pointing to dog object, and at the other point of time, it is pointing to the animal object. And let's say I wanted to say it should also point to the, at line number 8, I changed it to point to the animal class. Now similarly, I can always go ahead and say new of cat, which is also allowed because cat class is also an animal, right? So in this case, it's pointing to the cat class. So the same reference variable at different time, it's pointing to different objects. So this is called as polymorphism. So let's go ahead and execute this program without this. So first of all, we're going to go ahead and execute this. So this is showing you that method overriding, which method will be called depends upon the object that you're passing on the right side of the equal sign. So let's go ahead and say run as Java application. All dog eat the dog food. So this is the eat method from the dog class is getting called. This one, the eat method from the animal class is getting called. And in this one, it's the eat method from the cat class is getting called. So this is about the method overriding. Now what is polymorphism? So now let's go ahead and get rid of this. Animal A is equals to new of dog. So right now A reference variable is pointing to a dog object. Now here I say new of cat class. So now A is no more pointing to a dog object, is been starting to point to a cat class. Now if I go ahead and say a dot of eat, now which method will be called? The eat method from the cat class will be called. The reference type is still animal, but the object that it is pointing to is different. One time it was dog and this is called cat class. So this is called as polymorphism. So let's see how it will be the output of the program. Run as Java application. So here all dog eat the dog food. So this is the eat method from the dog class and this is the eat method from the cat class. So this is about polymorphism and method overriding. Let me know if you have any questions. Please try to do the same example and I'll provide you some more assignments to do. I'll see you in the next tutorial. Thank you so much.